I'm Valerie. Welcome to my channel. This is Bright Life Mom. And today I am making shrimp fajitas. I am having one of my favorite meals because I'm the only one I have to cook for tonight. My husband and the big kiddos are out of town. They are traveling, visiting his dad this weekend. And I have just put the littlest one to bed. It is only 6:30, but we had a very busy day, just a mama and baby day. And so he was ready to go down. He had eaten his dinner, and I waited to make mine until he went down so that I could share it with you. So I am making shrimp fajitas because I'm pretty much the only one in my house that would eat them. So I am enjoying my solo night by making one of my favorite meals and sharing it with you. So let me show you what we've got here. Okay, I've got peppers and onions. This is about half of a bag. When I weighed it on the scale, it was about 12 ounces. A peppers and onion blend, frozen. I took it out of the freezer maybe 45 minutes ago just to start to loosen up. Nothing, I didn't defrost it all the way. It'll fry up just fine from pretty much frozen. So we've got that, and then I've got 8 ounces of Bella mushrooms. I did chop these roughly, right? I just didn't want discs, big chunks of mushroom. I wanted them to be roughly the same size as the peppers and onions. Mushrooms might be a little bit of a weird choice for fajitas. I like them. Again, I'm the only one in my family that will eat Bella mushrooms. And so I decided I was going to throw them into this recipe. If I was going to make it for me, I was going to make it fully for me. So like I said, this is about 12 ounces. This is about 8 ounces. I'm guessing with cooking this down, it will still end up not being enough for a dinner serving. It may still go lower than the 14. We'll weigh it out and see at the end. But these things, they both shrink up pretty good. So we'll see what happens there. And then I've got shrimp, medium, peeled, deveined, tail on. I didn't realize that when I bought it. I'll deal with it. I would have rather had the tail off, but whatever. It's fine. And I don't know, there's 12 ounces in there. I'll weigh those out and put only my 4 ounces in for my protein serving there. And then I just use extra virgin olive oil spray. That's I've got going in my skillet, just heating up a little bit. And then this classic fajita sauce. So it's with chipotle and lime. I checked on the ingredients for this. It's mostly soy sauce, water, those kinds of things, some spices. So this will not count as my fat. This will be a free condiment. And I will have this with guacamole as my fat. So I'm just going to put into the skillet. I am using my really large nonstick skillet here. It probably doesn't need to be that much. I'm going to dump all of those mushrooms in there. And then I'm going to put the peppers and onions in too. And let those all just start to fry up. Alright, so I'm going to give it a stir. So, yeah. Here we are after about 9 minutes or so. You can see it's starting to get that color on the bottom. That's what you're waiting for. You let all the moisture kind of get out of it and get that nice smoky color on the bottom. So these are just about done. Try to leave them in as flat of a layer as possible as they're grilling up and not zhuzh them too much. Right? But these are just about ready to come off, and we're going to empty the skillet and add our shrimp. taking the veggies off the grill or off the skillet. They weighed in just under 12 ounces, so I'll supplement with 2 ounces of something else, maybe carrots or maybe even a little bit of fruit as dessert to get my other 2 ounces for my dinner. But that's not bad. That turned out pretty good. Almost 12 ounces of veggies there. So I've emptied out my skillet. I've kept that wonderful caramelization on there for the shrimp. And I measured out that about 13 shrimp was 5 ounces. Again, you're going to have some shrinkage. You're going to have it cooked down a little bit. So I was comfortable going with 5 ounces. And then, you know, whatever it ends up shrinking to from there will be fine. But that ended up, for me, that ended up being about 13 shrimp. So I'm just going to pour those in my skillet. Oh, nice sizzle, sizzle. Get them laying flat. Get them laying flat on there. And again, these are mostly frozen, so they're going to produce their own juice a little bit and scrape up that stuff on the bottom. But I'm going to let them sit and get nice and caramelized. These grilled up nice and fast. I'll turn them after maybe 2 minutes or so. And I'm just going to take them out at this point to weigh them. And then I'm going to decaramelize the pan. But I'm just going to take these out here. I've reset my scale. So let's get these guys moved over. All right, so that was 5 ounces of shrimp that went down to 3.2. I could have done even more. Okay, I'll live with it. Oh, it's going down even more. 3 ounces. Okay, I'll live with it. It'll be fine for tonight. So now I know I could do more. I could probably go up to, so it lost about, probably go up to 6 or even 6.5 and get 4 ounces of shrimp. 6 ounces, I should say. So for the female portion, of course. All right, so then I'm just gonna, again, my pan is looking beautiful. I'm gonna take the sauce and just add the sauce in here. I've got my burner about medium low. I'm just gonna scrape up all that goodness off the bottom of the pan. All right, oh, it's starting to smell so good too. Just let that get all of that on there. All right, and then dump everything back in. Keep that, turn that down maybe even a little bit lower. Dump all of our shrimp and veggies back in. Stir that up. And I'm really going to let this cook down a bit so that it's not super soupy. All right, so that it's just cooks away. There we go. Our shrimp fajitas, of course, deconstructed shrimp fajitas, because we're not going to be using tortillas or anything like that. We're going to eat it just off the plate. I'm going to be adding the guacamole and having that on the side as well to dip into. So I hope you enjoy this recipe. It took me, I'd say, 20 minutes. It took another, I don't know, 5 minutes or so, maybe 7, 8 minutes to deglaze the pan with the once the sauce was in there. So probably a total of about 25 to 30 minutes for this recipe, and it is absolutely delicious. I can't wait for you to try it. The recipe is available on my meal planning Trello board. So I talk about that board is for bright line eating compliant meals that everyone will eat, that my kids will eat, that my family will eat. This one is the exception. Maybe your kids or other members of your family will eat shrimp. Mine will not. But this recipe is on there, on my meal planning and bright line eating compliant for kids Trello board. So the link to get that board will be below. Just look in the description box below. The link for where to find lots of family and kid-friendly bright line eating recipes are there. The link to where to get that resource, that toolkit, is in the description box below. And it also includes my grocery shopping list that I use every single week to avoid the cravings, avoid the impulse aisle, all of that I use to do my grocery pickup order every single week. So to get the bright line eating, kid-friendly, family-friendly recipes and my grocery shopping toolkit, click the link below, check out the description box below. It'll be there about how to get this recipe and many, many more. So I am gonna go enjoy my solo Saturday night. I'm gonna eat this wonderful meal, and then I'm gonna go swing on my new hammock. Maybe I'll make a clip for you guys out there as well. I got a hammock for my birthday, and we just set it up yesterday, and I am loving it. It was so relaxing, and I am not, maybe other moms, maybe you guys will understand this, maybe you're this way too. I have a really hard time relaxing. I have a really hard time quieting my body, quieting my mind. And I'll tell you, from the second I sat in that hammock, it was just different. It has to do with regulating your nervous system, the swinging action, the suspension. It was like a miracle. So I am looking forward to getting back out there this evening. It is warmer tonight, but it is a beautiful summer evening. I'm looking forward to getting out there after eating these amazing fajitas. So I'm going to go do that. I hope you have a fabulous evening. You enjoy this recipe, and get the recipe below. Okay? We'll talk to you soon.